A severe winter weather system has moved swiftly across significant parts of Iowa and Indiana over the last 24 hours, delivering intense, heavy snow, plummeting temperatures, and treacherous driving scenarios that have caused widespread interruptions and serious traffic accidents. The snowfall picked up speed rapidly, coating major highways and back roads with a layer of packed ice and snow, while strong winds brought visibility down to nearly zero in open fields. As the thermometer dropped well below the freezing mark, untreated surfaces turned dangerously slick, creating high-risk environments for motorists throughout the area. The Interstate 80 corridor has been one of the most severely impacted routes, specifically stretching through eastern Iowa and into sections of Indiana. There were numerous multi-car collisions as ice built up on the pavement, causing large-scale pileups that involved both everyday passenger cars and large commercial semi-trucks. In various spots, traffic was brought to a total halt for extended periods as rescue teams struggled to access crash scenes and help stranded drivers. Both the eastbound and westbound lanes of Interstate 80 had to be closed at different intervals as wreckage obstructed the path and the weather made travel simply too unsafe to continue. Cars were left stuck on the freeway, with some drivers forced to wait in the freezing cold as the snow kept coming down. First responders faced major hurdles trying to move through the gridlock and deep snow to reach injured travelers and manage tow operations. Plows and road maintenance teams worked without a break, but the relentless precipitation and blowing drifts almost immediately covered up the lanes they had just cleared. Officials implored the public to stay off the roads unless it was a strict emergency, cautioning that even short commutes could turn life-threatening due to whiteout conditions, black ice, and a rapidly deteriorating environment. Across Iowa, snow totals varied from a few inches to much higher amounts in specific pockets. With drifting snow adding to the danger in rural zones, wind chills dropped drastically, posing a severe risk for anyone stuck outside without adequate winter clothing. Travel warnings and temporary road bans were put into effect as the situation degraded, and police reported a high volume of vehicles sliding into ditches and minor collisions all day long.
He stopped. He's backing up. He turned his wheel.
Authorities highlighted the necessity of keeping emergency kits in vehicles, including warm layers, food, water, and fully charged phones. Indiana faced identical issues as the storm front pushed east. The central parts of the state dealt with steady snow mixed with icy overpasses and bridges, leading to a spike in weather-induced accidents. City and suburban streets turned slippery within hours, and traffic mishaps multiplied as drivers tried to handle the worsening roads. Crews worked tirelessly to keep main arteries open, but the persistent snow and falling temperatures made effective road treatment a challenge. Beyond the travel chaos, the storm disrupted daily routines in both states. Schools and government services announced delays or closings, and citizens were warned to minimize time outdoors due to the bitter cold. Power grids were watched closely as the freeze drove up energy usage. Neighborhoods checked on the elderly and helped each other dig out, while emergency shelters were prepped in case of long-term power failures or if stranded travelers needed a warm place to stay. Meteorologists cautioned that this winter pattern would stick around, with more snow showers, high winds, and dangerously cold air predicted to stay. The risk of wet roads refreezing overnight threatened to erase any progress made during the day, keeping travel risks high.
Snowing now, getting stronger and stronger. Oh God. See how it looks? Oh boy. Oh boy.
Officials continued to demand caution, emphasizing that weather can shift in an instant and that roads might look clear but remain coated in ice. As cleanup operations proceed, the message is one of patience and safety. With emergency teams stretched thin handling crashes, residents are strongly encouraged to postpone travel, keep an eye on weather alerts, and stay safe. The mix of snow, ice, wind, and Arctic air has created a hazardous environment across Iowa and Indiana, and these conditions are expected to remain until the system moves out and temperatures normalize.
Well, yesterday there was no snow on top of the grill, and most of the yard, you could see a little grass. Well, winter in Iowa, we're having